What's up everyone, I'm GKB, aka The Governor. Today on Gamers Knows Best, I will be giving my review of Ratchet and Clank. Now, this is a remaster, so is it worth buying all over again? Let's get into the video and find out. Here's a brief description of the game as laid out by Insomniac Games. Ratchet and Clank blast onto the PS4 for the first time with a new game based on elements from the original Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank reimagines the characters' origin stories and modernizes the original gameplay, featuring all new boss fights, several new planets, new flight sequences, and much more, with completely new visuals. Return to Solana Galaxy to find all your favorite characters: Ratchet, Clank, Captain Quark, the supervillain chairman, as well as many new ones in this third-person action-adventure platformer. Explore exotic planets, collect out-of-this-world weapons, and help Ratchet and Clank save the galaxy for the first time again. This game was developed by Insomniac and reviewed on the base PS4. Alright, let's get right into this review, and we are going to start with the graphics. Now, this is a remake of the original Ratchet and Clank from the PS2. You shouldn't call this really a remaster because it's so much more than that. Let's start with the characters. They are all superbly done with great attention to detail. The fur looks great on Ratchet and other characters. All the enemies are unique and well done. I applaud Insomniac for not reusing assets as you get further into the game. That really gets boring, so kudos to them. Each world you go to has their own set of enemies and unique abilities that look fantastic. The effects in the game are great. You have laser beams, explosions, tons of water, particle effects that all look fantastic that you would expect from an Insomniac game. But my favorite part of the graphics side of the game is the environments. You get to visit a bunch of different planets that offers a great variety of levels to play in. The worlds are colorful, vibrant, and stunning. I found myself just taking the time to just look around at each of the stunning worlds. My favorite world was the Pikataru at the Jiaowei Resort. The water looks fantastic. The island aesthetic really is something special. It's one of the worlds where everything comes together. You have a ton of variety in the gameplay, as well as stunning vistas and great underwater scenery. The graphics in Ratchet and Clank are something to behold, and one of, if not the best quality of the game. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Like we always say on Gamers Knows Best, gameplay is the undisputed king of gaming. Now, Ratchet and Clank at its core is an action-adventure platformer game with some really polished gameplay mechanics. Character movement, whether you're using Ratchet and or Clank, is really well done. I never felt myself fighting the controls while platforming in combat or using vehicles. The walking, swimming, climbing was solid, and for this type of game, it really does have to be. Like I said in the Darksiders review, I love when games, make you earn all the abilities, and Ratchet and Clank is no exception to that. Now, there is a bit of backtracking from planet to planet in order to earn some of the abilities, but nothing that really annoyed me. Now, while we are on the subject of abilities, you will also earn new weapons, and you are able to purchase weapons as well. Each weapon is unique and looks great, but you will find yourself only using and upgrading the high damage weapons, which is a bit of a shame, as you have these cool guns that turn your enemies into like 8-bit versions and do some other really cool stuff, but you end up just tossing them aside to use just the rockets instead. Now, you can upgrade all your weapons, but it didn't feel like it really did anything to the weapon. Now, the weapons also level up the more you use them, which made the weapon feel even stronger, which is kind of weird because you thought like doing the upgrades would do that, but leveling up does it, so I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing there. Now, there is a quick select on the D-pad, so you can quickly select the right weapon to destroy your enemies with. While we're talking about destroying your enemies, the boss battles are fun and offer some exciting gameplay. Now, I won't talk about them too much because a lot of the really good boss battles are towards the end of the game, and I don't really want to ruin the story, as some of those battles are part of the storyline. Insomniac has done a great job of breaking up the gameplay as well. You have the action platforming with Ratchet, and you also have platforming and puzzle solving with Clank. All in all, I think Ratchet and Clank offers a ton of variety in the gameplay, but could have balanced weapons to offer better viability instead of just picking the strongest weapons to just blow everything up. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the story. Ratchet and Clank is your typical story of a hero coming into his own. You play as a young Lombax who dreams of joining the Galactic Rangers. The story is narrated by the imprisoned Captain Quark, retelling the tale of Ratchet and Clank. We follow our heroes from planet to planet to stop the evil Chairman Drek from destroying the galaxy. All the characters in the game have tons of quirks that add to their great personalities. Along with those great personalities, the game offers some great voice acting and animations. The cutscenes are top-notch and have a great transition back into the gameplay. Now, I don't want to talk too much about the story as I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't played the game yet. The story overall is great and entertaining with great pacing and an awesome sense of humor. Alright, let's go ahead and get into what you all came to see, and that is the verdict. Now, Ratchet and Clank, developed by Insomniac Games, is a remake that adds everything that is great from all the games in the series. This game is the absolute best Ratchet and Clank game to date, with beautiful worlds and great characters. Tons of weapons, customization, platforming, and puzzles wrap this game up into something special that all PS4 fans should own. Ratchet and Clank definitely has the governor's seal of approval. Well, that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review of Ratchet and Clank. If you did enjoy the video, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button? We really do appreciate it. Don't forget to share and subscribe to stay up to date with all of what we're up to. Now, this is GKB, aka the Governor. We will see you in the next one, and as always, take care of your fellow gamers.